Alrighty, welcome back. We're on part 102, and hopefully we end the mountains today. Mainly, I want to just keep building and get some more and more of it done eventually. We're nearly there. I don't have too much time left for it, but I've decided to, because I was thinking about it today, we did want these to be 300 block tall mountains. Or they would have gone up to Y300 rather. And to be quite honest, I can't be bothered anymore with it. So instead, what we're gonna probably end up doing is just knocking it down a good 50 blocks or so, and then we'll call it done with that. So I'll probably cut the top part. You know what? Fuck this. Hang on, no, we're doing it. Hang on. I don't even. You know what? We'll give it another shot. I'll give it one more good and honest to God try, but I'm getting tired of doing this kind of stuff, Also, and stuff like that. We'll give it one more shot for today. We'll try and get like another 3 layers of it done, and then maybe take like a break, and then we'll go build the Guardian farm, and then we'll go back to doing this. It's so bad you can't even see the other side in terms of just raw distance. So this will. I think this is one of the projects I'm gonna have to like keep going, and keep doing because I really do want to see it done like all the way instead of it being relatively half-assed. Nothing inherently wrong with it being kind of halfway done or making my life easier, but it would be cooler to get it completely done. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're not gonna line it up exactly. We'll leave a little bit of some like plateau-ish parts. But we need to start kind of varying the shape up again. So go ahead and get on that. Also, I just finished my last major essay. So tomorrow I have some things I need to attend to, and then I have some revision work for some essays that I need to do. But otherwise, I'll have 4 full days off of taking it completely easy. More like a week, but. And then I also have some housing stuff I need to attend to for college. Is I kind of don't have housing secured for the fall semester, and it's very important I get that taken care of. But anywho, the main thing we're worried about here is when we get to that point, we're actually going to curve it back in, and then we're going to go to the other side and change up the shape a little bit more. Alright, this project has been one of those absolute behemoth projects that I've been trying to ignore stuff like this, but it's getting to a point now where I just should try and get all this done in one sitting. Because we've been at this for, like, what, 3 weeks now? Oh, it's been a little bit too long. Something like that. So we got this nice little bit here. And then we probably would do something a little different over here, like have this part still be relatively flat or slope up in a different way. And then we still have like some other work over there we need to do. We have almost no blocks directly on me, so I'll have to take out a shulker box. Yeah, you can see exactly what we're doing here. So I'm sorry, I'm a little tired right now, so I might not make a whole lot of sense, but we're not going to be connecting this all the way around the back. We'll be filling in this empty kind of space here a little later, but I just need something here for right now just to kind of gauge the size a little bit of that. But yeah, we need to get up a little bit higher and then bridge out to here. So we'll just head over to this scaffolding pillar instead. If I can make it, that is. It's really simple. All we'll do is we'll just head up to here and then bridge out just a little bit. And I can still see exactly where everything is, so that means we're good. We have a little bit of dirt left in there. We have a lot left in there, and we need to go sleep real quick. I'm hoping today we get the main like rib work done, and maybe we can start filling in some of them. So maybe I'll even work on my actual base in here. Who knows? I haven't done that in ages, and it's something I really do need to change. But we're on day 1010 right now. That's pretty cool. We're getting up there. And yeah, hopefully I get that Guardian farm built today on that ocean monument that's like right behind these mountains, so that way I can, do something with it as in, easy XP. So I'm looking forward to at least. Here, you can't even see it from this high up, but if I turn up my video settings, so we'll be lagging a little bit, but you should be able to see it just right out in the distance there. Yeah, so I still have my spyglass in a box somewhere, right? That's got to be a thing. Yeah, that's the ocean monument we want to use. And basically what we do is we pick like one of the front corners, so either that corner or that corner, and then we put a bunch of soul sand down on it, so it'll make all these bubble columns and pushes them up into like a thing of scaffolding. And then they go through the nether, and then like way up above in the air, like over here or so, we have like our actual dedicated killing spot up there where what we do is they'll go through the first nether portal like down there, so like right above the ocean level, and then after about 15 seconds they'll hop back through a different nether portal and end up in about a killing chamber at about this height or so. Actually, we are pretty high up, so they'll be about this height is where the killing chamber is, and then they all just fall out of the sky, and then they get down to about one hit with like a actual good sword, and then that's it. That's all there is to it. It gives me a ton of experience really, really quickly, and then depending on how we do our skulk catalyst stuff, we should be able to retrofit it to also be a skulk farm. Wow, you can see the fucking wheat field from here. I also found out too that if we go to the actual very tip of the mountain over there, you can actually see the Giga project that we've been working on, or that I haven't touched in ages, but I need to actually get back working on it. But either way, we got a nice bit of stuff we're getting set up here. It just takes time to do this, Not like it really matters. I got plenty of time, but I would like to not keep doing the same thing over and over for my own sake, if for nobody else. As cool as this is gonna be, I'm getting sick of having to work on this constantly, but I would need to get it done because I'm not really gonna be able to rest nicely until it's done. So there we go. Go do a little something like that. It doesn't need to be exact, but it just needs to look a little bit nicer. So we got another small plateau. Yeah, I just need this won't always be like a plateau or some kind of like flat area, but I do need space if I want to actually like kind of make some nicer like peaks and like slopes. So I don't want everything to just be a flat wall. Like you can see what we're doing over there. Some of these parts are a little bit too flat, but like I've said in the past, we will be having like overhangs and like things that pop out of like the landscape and all that. Probably like we could probably got it. I like this kind of idea that we have down here, which I would need my spyglass for to actually show it off. So I won't show it off quite right now, but the idea that we have down here, which I guess let me real quick. It's a very simple idea, but basically, you might be able to see that. So you can see it outlined. Wow, this thing actually zooms far, damn. But you can see the outlines that we've done with the terracotta here. It's a very steep mountain, but we've made like artificial like walkways that barely like jut out of the mountain, and then some placeholder blocks represented by the dirt and some other like weird blocks for the railing that would go in, like just walls and fences and all that kind of stuff. There's pods that I still need to get rid of, but um, you can see how like even though it's a relatively steep mountain, there are a couple of artificial like flat spots, but for the most part, it's pretty much just a sheer like cliff face with some basic like thin walkways. I'm thinking on certain like very flat parts, like over here, we could do something similar, or we can dig caves into them, or we can make overhangs, like whatever. But we got options, and it's good to use them. I do want to use them. I don't think I need anything from here though. I need to put that skull away too. We should be good, yeah. We'll just follow this around for a little bit. Not like we have to reinvent the wheel here again this time around. Yeah, I was browsing YouTube the other day, and just like what anybody does, obviously, and there's a ton of different like 1,000 Days and hardcore Minecraft series, all that kind of stuff. And like it is so weird that they all have like almost the exact same title, like word for word. Like I survived 1,000 days in hardcore Minecraft, and all the thumbnails are like similar enough for like they've got like a small like little starter base, and then like an arrow that's curved pointing into like their base by like the end of 1,000 days, and it's just so weird and kind of like dystopian isn't the right word, especially when it comes to something like inconsequential like that, but like it feels kind of like artificial and corporate. You know what I mean? Like you could pretty much watch one of those, and the art, like the editing style and like the thumbnail and all that kind of stuff and the title, they all just feel samey. Like they all feel like anybody could watch them, but nobody can truly enjoy them because they're all the same. There's nothing memorable about any of them. At least to me, at least at first glance, it doesn't. Obviously, I can't sit down and well, I could, but I'd probably die first. But I couldn't just sit down and like watch like somebody go through like an entire like 1,000 days for like 6 hours straight, because they condense a lot of their episodes into like 6 hour movies and all that kind of shit that are even more edited than the original ones. And it's like, what the fuck? I don't know how people can really sit down there and watch stuff like that for that long. Like, dude, it's nuts. You ever sat down and even seen one of those? Like, oh my god. I don't want to do another divot already, mainly because it's in the middle part, and I've already done one in the middle part, so to do two of them would be kind of insane. If I were to do another one, it'd probably be somewhere like closer to the ground on like this bend part that's over here, or maybe somewhere like among like this flat wall here. Or actually, we kind of got one there, but I do need to give myself some options here in the future to break up the terrain a little bit better. We're getting somewhat close to being done. At least this is getting easier to build because it's becoming like smaller and smaller, but it still isn't exactly the easiest thing to do. I'm tired of having to work on this shit. But it will be worth it once it's all said and done. And I've been thinking too about what I actually want, because obviously, again, we have like an actual, we might be able to see it from here now, but we have an actual gigabase that I'm working on way in the background over in this direction, straight ahead. And then we've got obviously the place that I live at. Now, all this is just more of a side project, believe it or not. Everything on the surface is a side project and not somewhere that I am going to live, but more for like villagers and stuff. And then the thing inside of that section is where I live. And I'm thinking I can like condense my base. Like I can dig out like a massive area like underneath this whole island and like make a huge like mega base under that. And notice how I say mega base for that, but I don't say gigabase. I'm trying to make sure to make that very clear that there is an actual difference. At least to me, there might not be a real difference, but to me, there is a very big difference. This is a mega base, and then the thing that I build under it is just going to make this mega base a little bit bigger, but it's not going to be giga, in my eyes at least. The fucking nightmare that we're working on over there, that's got nearly 9 million blocks of like volume, that is a gigabase. Because this isn't just gonna be like one of those like things that looks cool but is relatively empty. I'm gonna fucking fill this whole thing up top to bottom with fully detailed shit at some point. Like, it'll take literally years, but I don't want this to be like some just big sphere that's like vaguely got stuff in it. I want this to be a whole coherent thing, and it's gonna be so goddamn big. You know, like I could literally live in here completely if I ever wanted to once it's all said and done. But the thing is, getting to that point is kind of difficult. Oh, and you can see this way better from this angle. The way the curve is I've been talking about. And see how much nicer, especially over on that side, it looks perfect. Yeah, it looks a little janky, but that's because like the depth kind of like changes a little bit irregularly, so a little bit weirder. That one is shorter than that one. Or no, it's taller than that one. It just looks a lot taller, but it's really not. It's just a depth perception kind of thing, so I wouldn't worry about it. You already gotta sleep again, damn. But yeah, the place I live at least in my eyes, it's a mega base. It's big, but it's like manageable. Like I can still comfortably load like the whole thing, other than the very tips of the mountains, obviously. But this whole island I can comfortably load with like 12, chunks of render distance, which is what I've normally played on anyways, just because it's you don't need to see too much more than that, and that's where I put my simulation distance at as well. But the sphere that we're working on is my giga base. That is like fucking huge, and I want it to be fully detailed. It'll have everything you could ever want in it. It's gonna be an actual fully modeled city and all this other crazy shit. And it's gonna be the true like crowning jewel of this whole world by the time it's all said and done. But we will be doing actual proper base work relatively soon again. But I need to get like at least the inside part of these mountains done. So I can neglect the outside for quite a while just to take like a breather, but I really want to try and get the inside done just so that way I have something nice to look at. And then it also helps me with my terraforming skills for the outside as well. Because again, I don't know how to terraform, so I'm gonna have to learn how to do that, but I got plenty of time for it, and you do too, so hey, that ought to be fun. I did not want to put that there. We'll try and break up some of this monotony a little bit today. We'll maybe do not maybe, I would really like to do that Guardian farm by it's another Ian Axafor design. So again, when I actually do sit down and build that, I will be putting a link to it and that and all that for anybody who's interested. But a lot easier to make up than compared to other like traditional Guardian farm designs where they empty out like the whole like monument, and then some people, not some, like pretty much everybody makes their goddamn base inside of it. And it's like, okay, you know what you're doing here. You can stop this. And ooh, I mismatched the. I forgot what height we were. Uh-oh. That might not be an issue though. Um, would that be an issue? Because these clearly are not on the same height, and I completely fucking forgot to take that into account. But I'm not gonna tear all this down, so we're gonna see if we can make it work. We probably can. I'm getting near the top, so the fine details don't matter quite as much, but we'll still try and keep things relatively neat. But yeah, I want to actually make my bases look like they're properly lived in, like they're fully detailed, they're actually properly usable instead of just like a decorative art piece. I want to actually be able to live like in here. I want to be able to live in here and like walk around and still do stuff spread it throughout the thing, or at least have villagers in here that do stuff, and then maybe even trade with them and zombify them. I get some actual good use out of this, or my gigabase, I want to build a whole like fully functional city in there. And then I think a good end goal would be to try to cram like literally every single farm possible into there that I can. And then they're spread out in ways that like make coherent sense with the landscape, but also means it's functional. Like it's a place, if I wanted to, I should be able to permanently move in there for like the rest of time, because it's so big and expansive and there's still stuff to do that it's just okay. Not that I'd ever do that, but you get my point. You want to actually have something interesting to do, like all the time in that place. That's the main goal. But we're coming near to a point now where I need to start bending this back a little bit more. we're just gonna bend this back a little bit. There we go, something like that. So you might notice we still have this little blank spot here. When we chip away this kind of like structure part, we'll have like a nice flat area we could probably use. And then we've got, this and this. So this part here, honestly, we technically have to expand it out just a little bit taller, like making another like ring, but for the most part, this section is pretty much done. And I shouldn't have to particularly mess with this too much. Like we can go maybe up to like here, or like here specifically, I guess, or maybe a little bit higher than this, but we're getting like very close to being properly done with this part, so that's good. At least it's taking a lot of time, but it is going to be worth it, I promise. I just need more time. Don't we all, though? I got 3 stacks of dirt and a little change. We are at Y250, and we'll just kind of bridge out a little bit. So a lot of these are temporary, by the way. It's just to get us over on the correct height a little bit more. Alright, we still got one more block of distance we can travel. There we go. And perfect already. And then I think we can just meet back up with that part there. Maybe curve it in a little bit sooner, but we don't have to. So. And also, from here on out, the streams might get a little bit more sporadic. It won't be too bad this week, but next week I have my accounting and finance classes that I had to start, and they're a lot harder than one writing class, because they're still in 6 weeks of time. They're only 15-week classes, but because I have to take these during the second half of the summer, season, then they're a lot harder because I get like, I only get 15 weeks to learn all this stuff. Now I get 6, and that's for 2 classes, and I have to earn B's in both of them, not just C's at least. So I have to like actually really sit down for this stuff and like study every day. So if I do stream, it'll be later at night, but it might get a little bit more sporadic depending on how I feel that particular day. If I feel like I'm actually keeping up with stuff or not. But yeah, we'll see about it. It shouldn't be too terrible, but at the same time, I wouldn't exactly know, obviously. So since it actually hasn't started yet. But I think this is good. Again, we're only focusing on the inside parts for right now. We just want a rough shape, so we don't need to think about it too much. But that pretty much means that like this whole inner part is done. So we can actually ignore this side completely for the end of time. That's cool. Now all we do is we start back on this other side, and we maybe go in a little bit more, come around this way, maybe meet up to it with here or whatever. And then we just keep going a little bit higher, and then a little bit higher, and then I think we only got about 4 of these left, considering the top is at like 300, and we're at 250. So we should be getting fairly close. Not too much longer, hopefully. But yeah, I am getting tired of doing this, so I'm thinking I might be able to connect like this over to here and then just trace that like normal. So I'll give that a shot. There we go, perfect. So that gives us a little bit of a dip. So that way this still is like open to air for the most part, and then we don't have to make any kind of overhang or nothing, which is good. You can always make one later too afterwards, but it's good to have some, access to some sunlight all the way up here. And I got that mob switch I need to like look over in creative at some point to go see if it's actually that easy to build. But like I've talked about in the past, we're probably going to be building a warden powered mob switch. I don't know if it was designed by Lamango, but for sure I know it's on his channel. So when that comes time to build that later on, not today, but another link to that like normal. But basically, it'll give us kind of a pseudo peaceful mode, which means building stuff like this and having to light everything up perfectly is going to be a lot easier and a lot safer. That also means I can't run the string farm or the slime farm. So there are trade-offs to it that I have to take into account. But it's not like the biggest deal. Because I actually do have a lot of gunpowder still left over that I've been storing and hoarding. But we need to go to sleep, so out we go. Crash face first into those sheep, but oh well. I think we'll go harvest that sugar cane as well, by the way, because it looks like I might need that. It looks like it's time at least. Yep, it is. So let's go ahead and harvest this. Now we might try and condense the sugarcane farm a little bit more, so that way we can make room for the bamboo farm as well. But be about that. No guarantees, obviously. Now let's just go ahead and take what we can get and see what we can store with all this. Oh, we got plenty of space. All right, good. Yep, we're on day 10, 12. That's pretty good. And we're getting kind of close to, not getting close to any milestone in particular, but, 2,000 days will be here before you know it. I say before you know it. I mean, God, it took more than 250 hours just to reach this point, so, before you know it, it's still like 10 literal days straight of, like, just playing the game to even get this far. We're gonna have to actually take some time to reorganize all this stuff again, like normal. I haven't done that in a while. So we'll do that a little bit later as we're prepping for the Guardian farm, but we don't need to. I want to kind of redo these a little bit as well. Might as well since we got some extra time here. Go see how much anything has changed, if at all. That is the worst spot possible to show off. All the way out in the corner that I don't go to. I think this is the part where we're at, actually. Yeah, here we go. So this is all the stuff we've done now. And you can see the brown lines in there. Those are all dirt because I didn't plant grass there to build this, so it looks a little weird with some of the stripes, but for the most part. And again, we don't care too much about the mountains per se, but we do kind of want to keep an eye on it a little bit. Just because it's cool, it'd be cool to kind of see it change and grow over enough time. I'll have to restock on fireworks in my inventory as well. I haven't done that in a while. Keep pulling up here. Yeah, there we go. We should be pulling up here momentarily. Cool. And this still pretty much has nothing new on it. They might demolish the lighthouse, but we are for sure going to demolish those concrete buildings because they just don't. They're a little bit too jarring, and you know I could probably do bulk housing in a better way, or not at all for that matter, because I'd be able to rework it better. But you can see how much thicker the lines get, especially over here, you know. And we will try and blend like this part of the coast into here at some point too, and maybe a couple of other certain like features, but for the most part, this place should try and stay relatively. Actually, we might even, because you can see the brown here from all the fences I've used. We might just try and cut out this mountain here completely, and then like cut it off there, and then get rid of this strip of land. So that way, it's still an island, but it does get relatively close to the mountainside. So we'll look into that. I don't know for sure if that's something I want to do, but you can see just the difference, you know. You can see a couple of cool things. We got some dirt here still. Mainly like the divot like marks in here that we have, and some of the plateau areas you can kind of see as well where they're going to be, but they might not all be flat. They're probably going to be sloped on some parts, but they're not just going to be like terraced and like ominously flat all the time. But I do want some like flat parts, just not a lot of them. So we'll have to figure out specifically how I need to do that, but I got plenty of time for that stuff, so it don't really matter. We got good enough elytra durability. But we do need to keep an eye on it because we are kind of running out. And I mean, we got like 4 extra elytras. I think I can go through maybe like 3, so it doesn't matter too much, but I still do need to keep an eye out on it. I did not pick that up. I'm glad that didn't drop off. Do a little something like that, and then we just need to go back over there and continue what we were doing. And then we can leave that one in there, just so that way I kind of have things marked out a little bit nicer. Not that I need to for this kind of part, but it would be nice to maybe do. Alright, and we'll drop this shulker box back off down in the reorganized chest after we're done. Just so that way I get this out of the way, because all it has is just some vague like green stuff and like some wood that I can use later, so we'll just kind of ignore it. Oh, we don't need to for now, so don't worry about that. Now, I'm also pretty sure I still have the music on, but it's just has not wanted to do anything for me, which is not very cool. But also, hey Bean, welcome. How you doing? Just got done taking a little nap, and I've been playing for about half an hour now, but I'm finally almost done with my schoolwork for the semester. Not really schoolwork, I guess I've been in college for a while now, but still never really feels like it. I could actually use the Froglight farm at some point, damn it. When I incorporate frog lights at some point, that means I'd actually have to use it, you know. I don't want to use it. So we might rework all the farms at some point, but I need a couple more in place first. That way I can at least farm everything, and then we can go pick out different locations to do all the farms. I think the Wither Skeleton farm we won't redo completely because I did so much effort like with spawn proofing it. It'd be a waste to like let all that go, to waste like that. So if I wanted to rebuild the Wither Skeleton farm, I'd probably like make sure like more of the actual Soul Sand Valley biome is spawn proof, and then like get a bunch of wither roses, and then convert it from there to be some like massive, like crazy farm. Or at least make it so it doesn't only spawn wither skeletons, and then they're like a lot better at despawning. So, you know, we'll figure it out in due time. Oh dang! Make sure to put all your stuff away in a chest and all that kind of stuff, because you know, don't want to have some very weird niche thing happen and it kills you. But yeah, I gotta AFK at the Frog Lake farm. I just don't like AFKing, but I gotta AFK at mine at some point because they're pretty light, but man, they can be a little bit of a pain to get in bulk if you don't want to actually AFK for them. But I'm gonna have to, or just remake a whole nother farm in like a basalt delta that's like way more efficient, but who knows. I hate going AFK in this one because I don't want to risk like dying or anything. Because, you know, spoiler alert, it might happen and I really would like it to not happen. Also, we need to loop over to here a little bit. Give me a moment. There we go, I'd say something like that's a little bit fair. Alright, I imagine having a project couldn't be me as I'm doing all of this, but I'm gonna build that Guardian farm today by Enaxifer, so I'll actually have some XP finally. Might not be today at least, but I do want to get all the materials compiled, and then like next time I can just go straight into building it. It's not really too difficult, but I need to make sure some of the Nether Portal stuff isn't particularly messed up or weird. Because there's always that chance that I mess it up big time. There's a shulker box here we need to go take. And I'm thinking about, I'm gonna say one more layer instead of like 2 or like 2.5. Mainly because I want to actually leave myself a nice bit of height to like build like structures at the top here. So we'll do like probably like one more layer and then call it a day on that part. Or not even a day, just call it done. And then we'll start filling in the backs like all these ribs with dirt, just so I can get an actual good idea of just the size and the scale of this stuff. So we need to go drop off. Oh, we'll get some use out of it. Hang on. We'll get some use out of this box. We'll go up there to our bamboo farm and we'll go harvest the bamboo. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting rid of a nice chunk of this mountain here. That way it actually stays separate from the rest of everything. But I'm getting close to getting all this stuff done finally. After all this time. Give me another moment. I'll grab a little bit more. Yeah, lighting all this stuff up on the inside is going to be a bit of a pain to start with, so I'm going to have to figure that one out. I don't need to light it up all on the inside of the walls, but I do need to try. But yeah, it will be nice. Just going to take some time to do is all, but I do got plenty of time for it for right now. Yeah, I'm just honestly like ready to get done with college in 1.5 years and then just go get a job and it's kind of like a nice small little place to live in. Because I'm getting tired of having to do stuff here. Nothing's really too bad or anything, I just don't like being here. I mean, it's fine, but there's just more I want to do and just actually own a place to live in instead of just being in a dorm 24/7. But we'll put that away for now and we'll go finish this up. And then I need to go switch out my elytra and then go fix the other 3 that I have because they're all kind of running low on durability like this one. Oh yeah, we also got Minecraft music finally to play after like half an hour. In fact, it might be a little bit too loud, so we're gonna maybe just tone it down a little. Not really that it's loud, but I don't want it to be too nutty. Yeah, you can see we have so many blocks up here that even though they're only like 1 block wide, we still actually have like an active issue of stuff spawning up here, so we'll have to do something about it. But yep, we're this would be literally the peak. Like we're actually below the tallest peak that we would have made, so that's good though. All we need to do is pillar up a little bit, like, ooh, I don't know, we'll say this scaffolding would be perfect. Because we'll start just to the left, because we'll ignore this part over here for the most part, but oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Just, you know, again, let me know when it's all ready and all that. I'll be there, but might be a little weird getting there a lot between this world and like having to do other stuff with school and all that, but I will actually try and be there a fair bit, so that'll be fun. What else we got? Here we go. Shit, I missed that one. That was on me. I totally blanked out there. Alright, let's put maybe a little bit of this back. What the hell? Alright, there we go. Alrighty. Now we can actually get to building this for real. See how it goes. So this is our last, like, particularly big, like this is the last one we really have to do. That'll be good. It'll be a little bit more awkward compared to some of the other ones, but I think it'll still be fine. It should. I don't know what I'd do to mess it up that bad. Are we high enough for this? I'd go up a little bit higher. Nah, it goes all the way down to 249, so can't go too much higher. See, good thing the next April isn't until like another 9 months, so I don't have to worry about April Fools for too long. Or it'll be a long time before I have to worry about it. April Fool's prank blows up half the server with like a wither, but you know. Imagine having a good starting time. Let's see here. What else we got? Now, for this top ring that we're working on, I'm gonna also be filling out the back part of it as well. So we'll be basically doing like an actual like closed shape instead of like a line. Because I want an actual like nice bit of flat space at the top here to add more peaks later on, and then like I want to build like a huge castle up here would be cool too. And then using the top, we can kind of work our way down to like the ocean line there, and then actually like figure out how big, you know, how much space we need for these mountains to make sure that they're big enough, going from the ocean all the way up to these peaks. 25th of February. Man, that's quite a ways away. Holy hell. I thought it was a lot closer, but yeah, no, that's fair, honestly. Renee, it's like I said, you take as much time as you need with it. I just thought it was closer. But as long as you got a plan and you stick with it and it's a good plan, then there's no reason not to do it. I can barely see that hill from... Holy crap. We're getting to the point now where you can literally see the moon, because all there is down there is ocean, and then the rest of the world unloads. So now you can see the moon go all the way under the world. It's too tall. No, you're good. There's nothing to apologize for, you know? Like I said, you've got plenty of time to do whatever you gotta do, so... Because I'm in no rush. I mean, I'm enjoying playing on this world, and I still have, like, actual, like, you know, real-life stuff I always need to take care of, you know? being like 19 and all now. I literally just turned 19, but still an adult, so I still do have a lot of stuff I always got to keep an eye on and take care of. But like I said, you got as much time as you need, so don't worry about it, you know? Here we go, we got 4, and then we're almost done with this finally. We're almost done with the most basic of framework, and then we have to actually fill in the backs, and then I need to figure out what levels things need to be a gradient at. So what I'd probably would end up doing to figure out a lot of this stuff is I'd open up like I'd probably go back to my old creative world that I have, and then just put like a massive pillar, and then like replace some of it with like different blocks. If you make it like 10 blocks wide and like 200 something blocks tall, and then figure out the gradients from there. Because I know I want dirt at the very bottom and normal stone at the very top. But the thing is, how do I make a transition from dirt to stone? What are some of the different layers I should have? And then I need actual blobs of stuff in like these different kind of like layers to break it up and like add some more color and like uniqueness. But that's fair. Yeah, I mean, school and having a job and also going to school or college is quite a lot, you know. Which I'm glad I've only just have to focus on college because I don't think I could handle both quite right now with between streaming and then actually having to have a full-time job and college. Like, not, you know. So I go to college full-time, so having a full-time or part-time job on top of that is just insane. I don't get any me time at that point. I want my me time. But yeah, I don't have too much longer until I'm out of here, and then I get my degree and I can stop hopefully. Biggest thing is getting experience for right now after I get out of college, so as long as I get my degree, I can pick up the experience and then just figure it out the rest of the way there. I can't wait to actually like be done with college because apparently, from what I've heard, it's in some ways it's easier having a job than it is like going to college in terms of like, you know, you're allowed to actually like use Google or ask for help or like, you know, depending on where you go to, but you also obviously make money and then it just kind of depends. This is a misinput and needs to be erased because we're not quite curving correctly here. Probably back into there. But I'm just tired of being in like some kind of like, you know, education environment, you know. Between doing school and college all my life, I just want something different. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so now all we really have to do is just kind of like wrap around this a good bit and just kind of like flesh it out a lot more and just see what we can actually do. Now we're going back to like freehanding a lot of this stuff. Assuming I don't get major game lag constantly. Oh, that's fair. I mean, hey, whatever keeps you entertained, you know? Let's see. I think I can build this out a little bit more and then start curving it back in. Alrighty, we need a little bit more grass. And we we've got a lot of space we'll be able to work with up here. I also want to include like maybe a little bit of like a body of water up here that cascades into a waterfall down to there. So I kind of need to be a little careful. Alright, we're at good durability still. We're at a whole 120. We're flying up to about 400 here to get a better look. You can see kind of the rough shape, but it's hard to look at it from this height, and especially if it's starting to be dark, so what we'll have to do... Damn it. Alright, we'll look at it after I sleep. Alright, yep, June 28th for 1.19.1, so we can actually use allays when it comes time. If I ever need them, that is. I won't need them for a very long time, because I don't plan on making any like allay-powered item sorters for a very long time. But it is good to have that option when it is gonna happen. Or when it will happen, I guess. There we go. I'm thinking what we do is we cut some of this out. And then we kind of... Now, all of the scaffolding is always just meant to be like a rough shape. It was never something I had to adhere to, so we'll figure it out later too if I want to actually change it up a little bit. Because all it was meant to be was just a basic outline. What the hell is down there? Is that like a tree or something? Because that is just barely in range for me to see. Yeah, you can just barely see that one very specific birch tree. And then there's that other piece of land that's actually like on the map in my base. But yeah, we've got quite a lot of stuff here that we can see. Or that we could see if I turned up my render distance constantly. Which we won't always be doing. I'll need to get those kind of like cool, like wide open shots. And we can actually finally see the end a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit more of an unusual shape. We've kind of got like that part and then that part and then this longer part that kind of like curves out. And then I want to see how much could I even see from here. I want to leave the render distance at 32 chunks constantly, which is why we're always like switching back and forth between them, but you know. Actually, the FPS doesn't drop too bad until it starts loading like the sphere, it looks like, is if I had to guess why that part's taking so long, because there's actual non-natural blocks there. And yeah, that is correct. If I look over here, it's, oh my god, yeah, that's a lot worse. You know, it's not too bad. Yep, you can see the sheer scale of this. We'll go ahead and just keep going, I guess. But yeah, you can see that comfortably. You can see that comfortably. There's probably stuff out there you could see comfortably. If I actually care to look at it, you can comfortably see the ocean monument that we're going to be using. Like, there's a lot of stuff we can do in this area where we could still very like easily see all of it. And we'll have to figure out how to kind of populate this ocean, you know, to make it like actually visible. Because we want some stuff on there to look at, you know. And we also need to... There should be a shulker box over here. Yeah. So we'll take this, and then we'll go run it back a little bit. I think that's pretty much the shape that we kind of want. So if we fly up a little bit, it's gonna be a little hard to see, but it's the kind of rough shape that we want. We might need to actually bulk it a little bit better in certain spots, but be somewhat clear. So we mainly want to continue that just a little bit more, but I think we don't even have to. We probably should, but nah, I'm not gonna. But no, I should. Damn it. Oh well. Alright, it's a little bit more work. We got a stack of 9. So have to make it count. or something like that, I guess, and then just dismantle this and hope that gives us a little bit more space. Because remember, this is the top outline that we have up here is going to be the peak of our mountain. So I want it to be pretty big so I can actually include some proper like jagged peaks, but then I also need it to be flat enough at this level so I can build some buildings up, because we have about 52 to 53 blocks in height exactly, what we, that we can build up to. So yeah, I want to try and make it count and make sure I give myself plenty of space to do it. Because the thing I cannot fix is being limited by height. I can somewhat fix being limited by like size, but not really by height. That thing is a lot harder to it's a lot harder to like push a mountain down like that than it is to just maybe expand it outwards a little bit more. But I'm thinking we need to probably like make the oh, you can barely see it peeking when we actually swim up just a little bit. So let me turn up my video settings real quick. I'll turn that, and then we'll see. But we are getting there. So this is just where the peak is, or where it's gonna be. So in order to god damn, this thing's fucking huge. And we need to actually fix our elytra here soon. So in order to properly make something, we'd probably, basically all we have to do is land first. There we go. And then all we would do is go out like, probably about from this point towards like the Z direction, we'd probably go out like about 150 blocks. And then that should give us, or like at least 100 blocks. Because we still have like 200 blocks in height to do. So we'd probably want to go out by like about 100 blocks and then make some wireframing like way later on. So we were at like 76 when we jumped off there, like 576. So 100 blocks won't even be that far, like in the grand scheme of things, compared to getting over to the sphere. So we could even go like 150 if absolutely necessary, but that gives us plenty of height and like just the sheer size to work with. So we don't actually have a whole lot. So we can take out all of the scaffolding up here at the top, all the peaks, and probably actually all the way down. So the next big thing we have to do is start filling in all the backs. So yeah. I guess just to kind of get a real like true sense of size, we'll pop down to here and we'll hop on this little mound real quick. But I mean, you can barely see all the way to the absolute like peaks of that, especially with the beacon beam in the way, but you can barely see the scaffolding stick over that. So I think that ended up being like a really good height, because we'll build some very tall buildings up there, and then you should be able to see them all the way from like this kind of level. So it'll look really cool when it's done, but that would mean I'd have to finish it first. So, we'll go ahead and do that. And yeah, alrighty. So now it's just getting an absolute metric fuck ton of dirt and grass. But we are nearly there. Also, what's wrong? What happened? Oh, that's a creeper. That's a little bit too close to a farm. Hit his ass. Oh, he didn't die to that, and he didn't get knocked down. Crazy. I should try and actually get the sniper duel achievement at some point, considering like I know there's like enough space for that to happen. Now, did I pick up all my shulkers? I don't think I did. I need to double check, so if I would have left it, it would have been like here. Or somewhere along the way over here. But no, I guess looks like I did, so we're gonna go fix up the elytra. I will take a little breather and go do that. Same, honestly. It does suck having feet ache like that. It's not ever too fun. Oh wait, can I like... This is where the, yeah, this is where the river is that we dug. So technically, we still have a little bit of leaves and like some stumps that need to be broken out. But it goes into this ocean, and then we can widen this river either here, or we can cut out this whole strip of trees and go into here. So then that means we can actually like have like we could probably renovate this village like completely, and then have it all be like waterfront as well if we wanted to. It'll loop all the way back around to my base. That could be cool. And either way, we still do have this nice cut through point at the very least. But we got tools to fix and emeralds to make, so go ahead and tuck away some of these shulkers. And we'll take this one here. So we've got 3 elytras that need fixing. And we can restock on food a little bit here. This shovel needs to be fixed up as well, and same with this one. So we'll do that too. And we'll probably just sell off a ton of the glass panes that we already have, so why not? And we'll just fix up the elytras first, and then we'll get the tools later. That. Here we go. And then we'll switch that out. And then that's pretty much all of the glass panes that we have to trade for today. So we can go ahead and put back our 2 spare elytra. Just back into here. We keep that one. And then we can use some of the emeralds to go buy some glass and some XP bottles again. And then we should pretty much have everything fixed up. And we can go put the spare shovel away as well. Let's buy these real quick. We'll try and get everything fixed up the best we can. Here we go. Alrighty, so all of our tools are fixed up for now. We got some more XP bottles to stockpile. And our gray one's in there, good, alrighty. We can tuck away these leftover emeralds and this glass. And then we should just be able to head back and go do some other stuff. That's good. And then we'll just go ahead and put this back. And we can probably go gather all the materials for the Guardian farm now, so that'll be nice. So I'll say, yeah, you're good. But yeah, we'll just go gather the materials for the Guardian farm real quick. I imagine showering. I'm taking a shower after this stream, so I want to just have one for like an hour and just not have to worry about nothing. It's nice. Showers are good. Take them regularly. That hurt. That's the fuck. We got a witch. When the fuck? down here, and huh. Hmm. This is good to know because that means there's something here I need to light up. A small itty bitty little cave. Luckily it's nothing too serious, but I should try and light it up just a little bit. That's pretty much all of it actually. Nah, we got plenty of coal, I don't need to take any of that. There we go. Anyways, we'll go ahead and switch that around, toss the sugar out. We got that coal I can throw. Yeah. So we'll take a little break from working on the mountain range for right now. We got all the ribs done, which was the main thing I wanted to do at least, and we can probably start filling in all the backs of them over enough time. It's gonna take a lot of dirt to do this, so I wouldn't, I wouldn't count on this being done for ages, honestly, because this is gonna take a lot of dirt for it to go up and up and up and up and up across the whole thing, then do it again and again and again and again, and you get the point. We have to do this for like 20 something stripes, and then they're all like big and like tall, and then they're also like very long. But once we get that in, that'll kind of get us a really good feel of what this should feel like in terms of just like scale. And then we have dirt at the bottom. We transition it into stone at the top. Figure out what goes in the middle, and then figure out like what good blobs of color and like different texture we should have to like help break things up and make it look, you know, it should be somewhat Canyon's size considering how sheer it is. Like if we, if we were to take a look at the Badlands biome, for example, right, you can see just how like extremely like tall and sheer like that cliff face is, and how all those ones are. But we need to kind of emulate something similar with this, just with dirt instead of like terracotta, you know. But yep, let me go ahead and maybe put away a couple of these shulker boxes, to be honest, because we don't need them quite right now. We'll maybe like tuck away a little bit into here, mainly this grass and this cobble. And we'll take a spare 2 boxes, and we need to start filling these up with our necessary materials. So, might not build it today, but I would like to at the very least. But if you're interested in this Guardian farm, again, it's by Ian Axifer. It's a comparatively simple farm to make, and it's, actually good. I wouldn't know if it's good yet because I haven't built it, but this guy's got a very good history of doing good stuff, so I take his word on it personally, which I intend to do. So we need scaffolding, glass, building blocks, soul sand, about 2 stacks of obsidian, a good number of chests, and some very like weird kind of somewhat niche things. So there's no easy way to do this other than to just do it. So we need 4 stacks of glass, 3 stacks of building blocks, 6 stacks of scaffolding, and let's just hop to it. So let's see here inside of here. We should have some glass. Okay, we actually already have all of our glass that's needed. Perfect. So 4 stacks of glass, 3 stacks of building blocks, which we'll use cobblestone from here. 6 stacks of scaffolding. Luckily, we harvested this bamboo that's laying around in here for that very reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should have some spare string in a chest somewhere, or in a shulker box, namely this one. Here we go. We can go ahead and make 6 stacks of scaffolding. Oop. Here we go. Ready. And then we need our soul sand, and it has to be sand, obviously, because that's the one that makes the bubbles in the water, which is very important. We should have... Oh, I know what I did with it. No, hang on. I never replaced some of those, but it's in here. Or it's in one of these brown ones. There we go. We might need to we might go to the Nether to go pick up some soul sand from the biome. Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're a little bit short on it. We're short by like 2 stacks, so we'll come back for that. And then obviously we need to go get obsidian. We can probably go pick up some of the relatively niche things in here real quick. So some of the redstone components, some of the weird like walls and doors and whatnot, we can go ahead and pick up. Like fence gates as well. So let's go ahead and make some walls. And we'll put them into this Joker box here, considering these are like the different niche ones. So we'll do that. We need 8 ladders, 4 fence gates, 2 fences, 4 iron, 3 wooden trapdoors. You get the picture. We need wood is the big thing. Looks like we do actually have some extra scaffoldings. That's nice. Now we should have, there we go. And actually we might have even had extra in here, funny enough. Well, there's 1 chest. Here's some of our spruce fences, fence gates, wooden trap doors, actual logs so I can make the rest of these, ladders. We want 8 ladders, so we'll put in like 10. Now we need like 60 chests, so we're gonna have to gather a nice number of those. 4 fence gates. How many fences? 2 fences, so we'll put in 4. And then we need 3 wooden trap doors. We'll just put in those 5. 4 iron trap doors, 2 iron bars. So we've had a lot of this stuff laying around for a very long time. It's just a matter of assembling this kind of stuff. That's all this is. And then some like rails. So we need to go get the redstone box real quick. Go. And then like we have some minecart with hoppers. Actually the perfect amount. 2 minecart with hoppers. And then 4 buckets of water. We've actually got all the hoppers we need, which is a lucky break, considering how much of a pain in the ass it is to make these. Some redstone dust, some redstone blocks as well, which we're running critically low on. Comparators, sticky pistons, which, you know, don't have any comparators, but we can make some. We have our iron trapdoors here we can use. Here we go. Fence gates, kinda not sure how many I need to craft, so we're gonna just do only a little bit. I think 5 was it, right? It was 4, so we actually did go over, which is good. 60 chests. Let's maybe get in our rail since we know that's an easy one. Here we go. Some torches. Alrighty, okay. We're nearly done here. Or at least with the bulk of it. We'll have to go to the end to go, we'll have to go to the end to go get some obsidian, so it won't be all good. And we're only bringing these slime balls for some other stuff. Namely, we just need some like temporary blocks. That's only for like Elder Guardians, I think, and I'm pretty sure I cleared all of them out a long time ago. That actually doesn't matter, but you know, I'll still do it anyway. So we get 4 sticky pistons. We'll do that. There we go. Nearly good. Let's see what else we got. Comparators, redstone blocks. Cool. Alrighty. Need that. We need that. We need to go pick up some redstone dust from the brewing room. I'll take that. There's our redstone blocks. And then we need our comparators. So we need some stone. Here we go. We need 2 of them, so we'll just make 4. There we go. Stone can go away. We can put away some of the extra quartz. Put that away. Torches, lily pads, some junk items. So we need some lily pads, which I should have plenty laying around in a junk box somewhere. Like in one of these, for example, we should actually have like plenty. It's not that one, but somewhere. Might be in a different one, and we'll clean up all these boxes afterwards too. Here we go. I think we saved a lot of these. We don't need all of them, but we do need a little bit. We do that. Some spare ender pearls, some spare lighting as well is a big one. And the last real big thing we need are like chest, obsidian, and a little bit more soul sand. So we've actually pretty much got everything like already, which is great. Let's see here. Oh, and our water buckets as well. And then our obsidian too. Almost everything, but we have everything else, so let's just go ahead and check and see. There should be a shulker box that has like only like buckets, yeah. As we'll just take like some of these real quick. And then we'll start putting away a lot of this stuff as well. That stuff we'll leave because it's deep dark stuff, so we don't need to worry about that. We only need 4 buckets of water here. There we go. We'll keep some spare. Lighting and 38 junk items as well. So inside of one of our main shulkers, we should have some coal. Not one of these. In fact, not any of these. I don't know why I keep looking. I know it's in here. We should have some blocks of coal. Or we actually already have some spare lighting, which is perfect. So we'll just go ahead and put a half stack of torches there. And last but not least, 38 junk items that are very unlikely to go into the system in a weird way. Prime candidate would be some of this leftover bamboo, for example. There we go. So literally it's just the chest is one of the big ones, and with that we can pack up a nice number of these. So we'll put away some of the ones that we can keep on me for a little bit. So like these things, for example, they'll stay in here, but a lot of these ones will go get reorganized somewhere else. And we should be pretty much good, so we leave those there. And we need to go pick up a couple of like weird niche things. So first things first, cobble goes away. We organize these later. We can put away a lot of our different wood ones. That one needs to go back into there because that's supposed to go back in my ender chest later on. And then we put that away. That's bamboo, so that can go in the greenery. We got this white one here. And then we got some miscellaneous grasses that we can resort later. So yep, the only big things that we are really missing are the chest, 2 stacks of obsidian, and a little bit of soul sand. So let's go grab some of that wood. We need 60 chests, so we'll just go make a whole stack. Let's go grab some wood, and then we'll pop over to the nether to go get our soul sand, and then we'll pop over to the end to get our obsidian. And then we can head back, and then go start all this. So yeah, cool. Out to the forest we go. We'll go like way out over here just so it's out of the way and not too visible. Thinking about making a proper witch farm at some point as well, but not for like a long time, so. But yeah, to make a stack of chests, we need 2 stacks of logs, so that's the number we're aiming for. Guess which tree I already cut down? And it's just leaves decaying. There's no actual wood up there, so they'll decay on their own over time. Unless that one got struck by lightning, but I seriously doubt it. Oh, that's all the wood we need for now. We got nearly 3 stacks of it, and we should be good to go. So yeah, we'll head out. All we need to do is just turn 2 stacks of logs into 8 stacks of planks, turn all those in the chest, and then go gather the rest of our materials. And we can keep a lot of the excess wood for ourselves, luckily. Stack a chest, boom. Last big thing that we needed, other than the obsidian. Just to double check, this is the correct shulker box, chest, ladder, wall, fence gates, fences, iron, wood trap doors, iron bars, rails. Yep, already. Hopper minecart, 4 bucket of water, lighting, 38 junk items, spare buckets, I would need them. Hoppers, redstone dust, redstone block, comparator, sticky piston, yep. Lily pad, ender pearls for just movement, slime blocks for like, you know, optional shit. So we have the kind of miscellaneous ones done, and then we have the glass building blocks scaffolding part of this done. We need more soul sand, and we need obsidian. So we need another 2 stacks of soul sand and then 2 stacks of obsidian, and then we'll be all properly good to go and get this whole thing built top to bottom. And that'll be cool when that happens. So yeah, look forward to it. Didn't take too long. Well, actually, that's kind of a lie. The obsidian does take a little bit of time to mine, so that might take some time, but the soul sand at the very least won't be too bad. And I have my boat on me, so we'll have to make that minecart elevator at some point, like I was talking about, because, you know, we're gonna have to climb down a ladder like this, and I'm tired of doing that. So what we'll end up doing is just making a minecart elevator down this shaft at some point, going all the way down to the bottom of the world. So that way, at least, you know, I can get up and down a lot quicker. Because we got all the soul sand we need, like, right outside. Obviously, because we're in a soul sand valley. And then, you know, we still need to access our wither skeleton farm later on. But this is also good for my ice boat tunnels down there. And if I want to do more netherite mining, I have the option. I'll have the option to do it. So all we're gonna do is just decimate this field for a little bit, and yeah. In fact, we're actually already almost done. Funny enough, so. All right, we're done. We'll just pick up what we mined, but we're done. Let's see. Here we go. There's the rest of our soul sand, and now all we need is 2 stacks of obsidian, and we'll just go mine that at the you know, at the end with the one of the end pillars. So we'll do that. Won't take too long, and we can get there pretty quickly. But yeah, away we go. And then once we're done getting all of our obsidian, we'll be able to just go directly back to our base, so we don't actually have to really like wait. And then since the ocean monument is like 3 feet away from my house, I don't have to worry about that either. But we have all the proper precautions that are necessary, so we shouldn't have anything to worry about, luckily. Especially when we get to the ocean monument, you know, we have those guardians off to deal with at the start, but then I won't really have to later on. We already mined this one out quite a bit, so we'll mine it some more, I guess. We'll go ahead and maybe get down a little bit, because I also want to maybe put in some lighting so it's a little bit easier to gauge some of the scale of this. So, like, we'll do something like that, then something like that, and then like that. There we go. It'd be pretty easy to see where everything is now. Yep, we're gonna be here for a little bit, so get comfy and just kind of hang tight. Because we got 2 stacks of obsidian to mine. That bartering farm would have came in awful handy right about now. We're already an eighth of the way done, so it's not like it really matters that much. This is a nice change of pace, at least compared to all the building we're doing. I'm tired of having to do it constantly, so. We got the important ribcage work done today, and then next time we can start. I think every stream will fill in like a nice chunk of like the back of the like mountainside. So by like 2 weeks or whatever, we should have the whole thing filled in the back with the dirt, and then we can start like figuring out what needs to be stone and when, and what needs to be like granite and all that kind of shit later. But I need to figure out certain things, like, you know, how do I fucking transition from dirt up to stone while making it look smooth, and then what are the different blobs of color that I should try and use. I want to try and use like granite and like normal terracotta, like in blobs in certain parts. Mainly in some of the moss parts I think could be nice, but you know, I don't know for sure, but I'll figure that out. I think the shape is solid, and we can always fine tune it after we get all those like blocks in the back, so that way if it looks a little bit too straight or too tall. We should probably focus on getting in after we get in all the backs. We should probably make some of the overhangs that are gonna go in that help break up some of like that flat wall like vibe that we have. Because texturing does help break up like the flatness and monotony, but it can only do so much, you know. So having like actual good coherent shapes that are just kind of unique would help out a lot, and that's something we need to do. We just don't have to do it for a little while is all. But yeah, we're just gonna keep tunneling down and down a little bit. But when we respawn the Ender Dragon at some point, it'll refresh all these pillars, so they'll all actually be completely filled back in again, as far as I can remember. Either way, between the bartering farm and like the if we wanted to, we can make an actual dedicated obsidian farm here as well. So we don't ever have to worry about running out of obsidian, and we will be able to farm it soon enough if we want to do more portal-based things in the future. But I doubt we'd do portal-based stuff in the future. It's fine, but it's nothing to write home about. I know they're like very good because they teleport stuff out instantly, and then they forget the mob cap, and that's really good for some old farms. But I don't want to do that. And plus, they're getting like mega nerfed like later on for the Nether, so won't be able to use them forever. So it's not even worth building. I'm gonna be able to future-proof it a little bit, you know. But I'm hoping by the time day like 2000, well, and I don't have to obviously because I wanted this whole mountain range done by the time day 1000 came out, and that was gonna be fucking impossible without like breaking my neck pretty much. So glad I didn't stick to that. But just kind of a vague goal that I have, or I'd like by the time day 2000 rolls around, could have like pretty much my whole main base completely done and dusted, and then like have like the workings of like that underground part of my base like started, or like have the shape of it all dug out, and then start filling it in over time. But then I want to start like within these next 1000 days, I want to start reworking all my old farms to like be the hyper efficient like counterparts that you see on things like on like Hermitcraft, or some crazy ass like actual like professional Minecraft people, you know. So we'll rework like the Froglight farm, for example, to be in a Basalt Delta, and we'll probably rework the Slime farm to be like an Iron Golem and Magma Block based one, and or rework the Gold farm to be like a crazy like nutty like efficient one as well. But you get the idea. We just want to rework a lot of those old like hugely important farms to you just kind of work, you know, to like be like way more efficient than normal. Especially the Wither Skeleton one would be cool. I'd be kind of useless after a while, but things like gold, for example, would always be nice to have. And the iron farm, making that more efficient would be good. The shulker shell farm, we could always make that more efficient if I wanted. Same with the raid farm, but we'll kind of see. It's not a guarantee with any of that stuff. But these kind of relatively simple farms are great for right now, because they're not too hard to get like started on like almost instantly with all the resources that I have stockpiled, but they're also like actually effective enough to like be worth building and putting the time into, you know. But we've got all the obsidian we need right now actually, so we're just gonna line up this last little bit that we need to make 2 full stacks, and then we'll go put it in the shulker box and we'll be go. Yep, we're good. Alrighty. Let's see here. It should be here. And that is our obsidian. So that is, in fact, everything we need. We might need more. Let me double check this. We need 32 hoppers and 400 scaffolding, because there was a small correction he posted being like, yeah, so miscounted, but 64 times 6 is like 60 times 6 is 360, so actually we need like another stack of scaffolding. So we'll have to go back and grab that. Alright, perfect. Alright, so the only thing we're just a tiny bit short on is that little extra bit of scaffolding that we need, but it's so incredibly negligible that it doesn't matter. We have the hoppers already because I got 37 of them, so let's just go grab a little bit more scaffolding back at my base, and we will be good to start. It is supposedly a pretty fast build as long as I know what I'm doing, which I'm learning all this from scratch right now. So it will not be a 30-minute build, it'll be more like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. But I'd like to believe that it would still be fairly quick, so, you know, won't be here all day working on this, but it will still take some time. Can't build stuff like this instantly, you know. But either way, we've already got our spare scaffolding that we need, so no harm, no foul. I'll go ahead and take that. And we'll put that down. We'll just kind of reshuffle a little bit just to kind of keep everything nice and neat. There we go. And we're all actually good to go now, so we can go ahead and put back this brown shulker box. I can watch a little bit of the video to make sure I don't build something incorrectly. We can maybe go take a couple more ender pearls out real quick. Just to make sure I'm stacked up. We'll have to put in some extra. Just kidding, I already have some rolled, but all seriousness, we should be pretty much ready to go. So I'm gonna kind of pause for a little bit to watch this video, and we'll make sure I build this in the correct spot. We should be pretty good. Mainly the thing I need to know is there's something to do with like chunks in this one as well that we need to take note of. And again, I have posted a link to the farm in chat, so if you are interested in building it, feel free to use it. But again, it's by Ian Axifer on YouTube, which is his Instant Guardian XP farm. So we don't have to drain out the ocean monument at all for this. So. Alright, let's see, where do we actually get to the damn tutorial? Alrighty, so all we're gonna do is go to our ocean monument, and we want to pick out a couple of specific things. So we find our arches, which are very easy to spot by the sea lanterns, and basically to the left or to the right of those, we can build the guardian farm. But supposedly we want to build it on the side with a lower seabed, which isn't a necessity, but I might as well just go for it. But either way, I do want to try and line up with his tutorial, so we'll probably just build on the left side regardless, because I can always flatten some stuff out, you know. Anywho, we should be coming up on it here momentarily, somewhere in this direction, I'd like to say. There it is. Now, if we hit F3 and then F3B, that is hitboxes. What was it, G? It was G, okay. Let's maybe not get too ahead of ourselves. Okay. Dang, that hurt. Lowest seabed. They're both pretty much at the same height. That one's a little bit lower, but I can carve all this away later. So this is going to be the one that we want to build at. So let me go ahead and pause here real quick. Alright, and we also are going to want a lily pad here really quickly. Yeah, shut the hell up, you damn dirty drown. Get out of here. Where is he? I know he's down here. Oh, can't see him, don't matter. But anyways, we want to go to this corner here. Just one of the corners on the spawns like we talked about. So there are the arches. You go to the left or the right and you pick out the corner. Okay, you know, go to hell, first of all. Damn, these things are fucking fat for what it's worth. Damn, seriously. Anyways, I need to check. So 2611, 4643. Yep, that lines up correctly with our targeted block. And we're also going to keep an eye out for some rounds with tridents, by the way. I've been wanting to get a hold of a trident for ages now, but I just have not been able to get a hold of one. I get it all. So anyways, we need to pause here for a little bit. And then we should see the corner of the chunk 3 blocks diagonally. So if we go 1, 2, 3, yep, that is correct. Good. All right, and then all we want to do is face in here and then go 1, 2, 3. We need to maybe put down some stuff. You could not. I mean, they could just not be here. That would be very useful to me. Oh, let's see. What do we need? So, alrighty. So now all we want to do is go under here and put down a block like that. Put down that. Break this. And put in our first bit of scaffolding. And then put a torch down. And then all we want to do is in each direction extend by 3. And then just connect all the corners. And then in the direction opposite of the lily pads, we want to expand it out by 3. So if we're looking at it this way, we want to go over here. And then we want another temporary block at the end, mainly here. There we go. And then another actual less temporary block underneath it. And then we want our scaffolding and torch combo. And then again, scaffolding like normal, 3 in each direction. And then just connect up all the sides. There we go. Alrighty, so this is where we went to build in our portal frames. We need our obsidian, our cobble, and we want to take these long sides here. And basically all we really need to do is just build in some nether portals and then make some little guardrails on the sides. I need to actually make sure I'm... So it should go 1, 2, 3 lily pads. This is the last full one. All we do is a little something like that. These guys do sting a little bit, but not too big of a deal, luckily. There we go. And then we just want some 2-block tall guardrails along these shorter sides. Maybe even 3 blocks tall or something if I want it. Don't need it though. We're also gonna move our shulker boxes to be a little bit more out of the way. Like this. And then we'll just put in some basic torches here and there. And let me make sure we got everything correctly. Now we want to just basically do what we did, but like again. And now all we really want to do is go towards the monument and just do what we did, but do it again. So basically we would just go out like 3 like that. And then we'll need our scaffold. We got our slime blocks already. We'll eat a little bit too. Basically, we just want to build up another one of these kinds of platforms, so it's nothing too difficult. Luckily, we go down here, do that, and then a little bit more of a permanent block. And then we get our scaffold. Go 1, 2, 3. Our torch there, by the way. So you can see kind of already somewhat working. If the portals were lit, it would have went straight through. But you can get the idea. Yeah, I get it. Shut the fuck up, Guardian. Get out of here. There we go. And then all we really need to do again is build up some basic guardrails. And then our obsidian at the ends. So we'll get some of these blocks in place, for example. Here we go. Starting to sting a little bit. And they're starting to be just a pain in the ass. Alrighty, now in a spare shulker box, I should still have my white bed. I think. I think not, apparently. Nope, I might have left in a different shulker box. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Come on. This is not very funny that they keep doing this to me. In fact, it's getting quite annoying now. Yeah, shut the hell up. Get out of here. Let me not rest monsters in your bullshit. He's far enough away. Let him go. Jesus, they go fast sometimes. Suppose I could work through the night if I really wanted to, but I don't want to. Like actually being able to see a little bit nicer. I have night vision, but it's not even that dark. But I just don't want to deal with mob spawns or some other excuse like that, so, you know, whatever. Yeah, shut the fuck up, you goddamn fish. Get out of here. Alright, anyways. I'll do a little something like that. That should get us all of our light. Good enough, whatever. There we go. Alrighty, so that's kind of the bulk of it done, funny enough, so all I might need to do here is just clean up a little bit of some of these lily pads and some of these shulker boxes, and then we should be pretty much good to keep going. So let's see here. We can take that back with me and put back a little bit, and we can just kind of break apart. See, that's exactly what I didn't want with this scaffolding, but it doesn't matter too much, I guess. Alrighty, last big thing, we're gonna take this. And let's see here, what else do I need to do? So, going away from our monument, back through these lily pads, we want to go to the opposite side of this chunk here and put down a lily pad. basically at this very end block. So this is pretty much right on the intersection between these other four, and it's away from the ocean monument, which is what we're looking for. And we want to know the exact coordinates of the lily pad, so that is not it. Number 1, 2592, 4624. And we just want the X and Z, so 2592, 4624. Cool. So the one we're standing on is for the Nether Portal, and the one we're about to go place in another corner is for the killing platform by the looks of it. So we are getting a little bit closer to our base, but luckily we got so much space we don't have to worry about going over. There we go. And then we want to go out diagonally into this other chunk and then place in a lily pad, and it looks like we want some temporary block shenanigans again. Oh, just a solid block. Okay, cool. Here we go. We want 97 scaffolding here, so we need to do a little bit of reorganization. And let's see here. So we want 64 and 33 scaffolding, like so. And then we just keep placing it until we run out of scaffolding, and that's literally it. And then this is for, again, the killing area, collection system, all that kind of good shit, so. We got the main farm part done. We would just have to light the portals, but we need to do some synchronization with the Nether portal, so we're not quite out of the not quite out of it yet, you know. Yeah, I'll probably have to go up to the like high up in the Nether to like do this and like make sure it's contained, so that way I don't, you know, have any linking problems. I shouldn't, hopefully, but I'll have to double check that. Anywho, out of scaffolding. And then we want to go to the top of the scaffolding, make sure our feet are at Y160. I don't think this will have changed due to like 1.18 or 19. I don't think the ocean level changed at all. So pretty much what we see is what we should be looking for. It looks correct. It should be correct. Yep, perfect. We are at Y160. And we want some scaffolding and our chest. So we need to take 2 of our scaffolding and bridge out into an adjacent chunk. We got that. So the adjacent chunk we want to go into, which could be any of them, but I'm going to go the one that he does, which is basically just this one straight ahead. So 2 scaffolding. And then this is where we start getting in our basics for the collection area and whatnot. And then we want to double chest on this side. And then we want to break this because I misplaced that. There we go. Do a little something like that. So then we want to maybe take this back because we want to break these 2 scaffolding. And then in this chunk over here, we want to do some of this. Here we go. Our chest in. And then it looks like we just extend this out a bit with some hoppers. Alrighty, so we want to maybe put some stuff down for a little bit here. We want our, this is where we're going to be putting in a couple of different things, namely our like hoppers and things of that nature. So we'll maybe put some of this away. We got some of our hoppers, we can stack some of the scaffolding away. Alrighty, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Also want to make sure that it's facing the correct way. Yep, it is. You can see a little tip pointing in. And we also need to reshuffle these a little bit. So let's see here. We want some glass, some like very temporary blocks, unless this is what we're putting our rails on. Nope, they were temporary. Okay. Basically just here and here, we want temporary blocks and then glass on either side. And then when we break these slime blocks, they should deposit into each of these, and they do. So that means we set that up correctly. And then this is where we want our rails and like our hopper mine carts and whatnot. And again, I did over prepare on rails, so actually we will be done with it. So all we do is put in our hopper mine carts like so. There we go. And then we want to build a simple 2x3 platform over this. There we go. They are trying to shoot at me. I thought that was coming from the YouTube video, but I have it paused and I know for a fact it's not. I'm surprised they're still trying to target me from this height. During they literally fucking can't, so. Okie doke, so now we want to go back to our main little like scaffold pillar over here that the shulker box is standing on. We have the space. So all we want to do now is do that and then build a 4x4 square of glass. I'm guessing this way, like this, that way it's actually symmetrical with the farm. Now if I had to guess, answer is yes. Alrighty, cool. Simple enough. Make sure a little bit more towards the center. And we'll move this shulker box out of the way as well. Just so that way these are a little bit more towards the center. And so that way I can actually like have a little bit more space here to do stuff. There we go. So on the 4x4 platform, which is obviously what we're standing on now, we need to bridge out with some chests here. Okay, so we go to this one and then we bridge out with 6 chests. So and then convert them all into double chests. I seem to have put my bed away somewhere. There it is. We actually did not do this correctly, so it was supposed to go on the other side, not inside. We wanted to have this be on the outside, so oops, my bad. I want these back, so we're actually gonna have to go back down and get this shit. I placed that on a kelp, sure, whatever. God, it's so weird seeing that. It looks like spaghetti, but it also looks like someone holding a monster in the sky by accident. Just the way it's all like spindly like that. But anywho, we're back, so we can switch this back around. We got our chest, and we go on this side here. There we go. And then we come out to here. And then we do this one as double chest like this. And then I think he wants us to mirror this on the other side. I had to guess. I remember this being a symmetrical design. And then we want our hoppers, very simple. You know how this works. We just want a hopper facing down in every big part like this. There we go. And then we just want some walls in our shulker box, because this is how we're going to be making our water stream here. So by the looks of it, all we do is just pick one of these. So we pick the one towards the scaffolding, 2, 3, 4. And then we get our temporary block, and then we do that. And then it should funnel in all the chests anyways. Then our water would flow in the middle here. And we literally just do what I said in terms of mirroring it on the exact same side. So let's go ahead and do that really quickly. We have our chest, our hoppers, and that's all we really need for this. So that's good. We go out 6 chests. And then we go out another 6 like this. And I think that should technically do it with our chest, so we're gonna stack these away because these should be excess. It might not be, but for the most part we are done with them, and we put in our 12 hoppers up on the tops like this. And then all we literally do is the same thing with the scaffolding. We get our temporary block. And there we go. Alrighty, and now we want to head to our 2x3 platform and place some scaffolding on the minecarts apparently. We get that done real quick. I need to resort a little bit of stuff here, so give me a moment. There we go. We still haven't touched any of the redstone bits yet, so we're not quite out of it, but we go over the minecarts, put in some scaffolding. And we want to make a border around the platform with glass. So we go out on the side, temporary block, and then we do that. And then we make it 3 blocks tall. That. Alrighty, and then we want some of our water. Ow. We can tuck the lava away for a little bit. Need to restock on glass. Do that. And then all we want to do is make a 2-block wide drop shaft until our feet reach Y190. Not 2 by 2, just 2 wide. Let me make sure we're very clear on that. Alright, these jackasses can stop trying to murder me whenever. I would appreciate it. We're gonna maybe snitch a little bit of scaffolding here real quick, just that way I got an easy way back. There we go. And then on this back part, all we do is a little bit of our glass. Alrighty, yep, so all we do here is just do that. And then we have all the glass that I brought with me, I'm pretty sure. Just this extra stack. And all we need to do is build up until our feet reach Y190. So when this says 190, we should be good. Swiss sneak for the win. Especially with the portals down there, it made building those like extremely quick compared to these tutorials. Like all the old tutorials feel like slow as shit now in comparison. Because, you know, obviously Swift Sneak wasn't a thing until like a couple of weeks ago. But it's so nice being able to zip around to do this stuff. I think we're almost done. We only have a couple of the redstone bits and things of that nature, but for the most part, we ought to be good. There we go, Y190. And they are in fact at 190. Okay, and this is where we need to get our spawn proofing done. So facing towards this, our portal should be on this side. Luckily I still have the obsidian. So we want to look this way. And then frame it out. And then just some basic torches. We have more in the shulker box, so no big deal if we run out. And obviously we just want a simple wall behind the frame. There we go. Now they can only fall into here, and then obviously we need to yep, and then we just want to do some basic stuff here. We might need to go grab that flint and steel, so we'll leave this like this for the moment. And then we actually need to carve this away a little bit. Now we're gonna have to mess around with portal stuff in the Nether. So it might take a little bit, but we'll light this up. And we'll go to sleep first, and then we'll go light this up, and then go see what needs to be changed. But we'll have to dismantle it and go put it on the Nether roof, I'm guessing. So we're gonna grab our flint and steel really quickly, and I'm gonna watch ahead a little bit. Yep. And then we're gonna want to bring these shulker boxes with me, so we're gonna have to pack away some of our things here for a little bit. But mainly all we're gonna be doing now is we're just going to take a little quick trip into the Nether after we light this up, and then just use some of this scaffolding here to go. Wait, we go above the Nether roof. We use 62 scaffolding, and then we move our portal up to that spot at the top of that scaffolding column that we're gonna be making. And then yeah, not too much more after that. We've only got like another like 3 minutes of this build tutorial left, so pretty easy. Oh, this is also this was something I did, so this needs to go. That might have flooded into the system a little bit. Maybe not, but whatever. Anywho, let's go ahead and fly up real quick. I should be able to land up here. We'll hit F3G just so I can see a little bit nicer. Do a little something like that. There we go. Oh shit, we have the elytra on, by the way. Now, we should be okay, but I hate having this damn thing on. And we're gonna go ahead and make sure I rewatch this correctly. But it's pretty much just break the portal and go up. Yep, so just break the portal and then go up. That's all it is, so... the coordinates that we wrote down in chat earlier, you know, these, we're going to divide these by 8 and then get the number that we get and round down to the nearest whole number. And then we go to the roof of the Nether with the scaffolding, and then we build it at the top there. And then that'll get us our thing. So luckily, it does not look like we'll have any interference with the with our actual Nether portal, so that's very good. I was worried about that. Because if they would have... Imagine if we turned this on and they just fucking flooded my base en masse to, like, just a horrible fucking point. God, that would have sucked. I don't even know if I would have been able to fix that either. Like, I'd probably go through it a couple of times just to make sure that it's synced up correctly. Because if it's synced for me, it's synced for them. But that's one of those things you don't want to fuck around and find out with. So, yeah, we're in hell. Spoiler alert, don't know if you saw, but we are in fact in the Nether. Ow, I wasn't supposed to step in that, but sure, whatever. Ow, supposedly I might have a way out. I should have my book on me still. Here it is. 2371, 4376. And we're about there too, so I think pretty much we just need to go down, honestly. We should actually peek out into something here. Yeah, we'll go over here. I'll take my chances. We'll dip up through here. It shouldn't take too long. There we go. And negative X is not quite the correct way, but as long as it gets me out, I'll take it. Might have already been through this part, which is exactly what I want to see. And it looks like that's the Nether Fortress, so yeah, we are going towards the right spot. But that's no Nether Fortress, that's nothing, in fact. Oh, fuck this shit. We're going electrifying. We'll figure it out. I don't know. God damn it, Chris, where the fuck are we? Oh, there we go. This should be the ice boat road. So we actually should be able to break into here. No, this is the blaze spawner. This is a blaze spawner. Very specifically remember it being the blaze spawner. Then again, we don't exactly have a nicer way in here now, do we? Oh, we did hit it. That's good at least. Alrighty, quick little break to make sure we kind of clean out the inventory a little bit, because I have a little bit too much stuff on me right now and I need to fix some things. Should have that little bit extra wood in here. It should be plenty of wood to make some buttons. Exactly what we want. So that way we get this spawn proof in case I need it for future use. Which I should never ever need it for future use. But it is good to have. Anyways. Here we go, good to know. Alrighty, we're good. So we can go ahead and maybe like tuck away some of this a little bit. And we want to go to the roof of the nether real quick. We got all of our shulker boxes, yep. Cool. And we'll go ahead and head up to the nether roof and divide our coordinates by 8 and then just go there with our scaffolding. Which we only want to use 62 scaffolding, by the way, so I have to remember to take out for that. Yep, like I said, we are almost done by the looks of it, so we'll be able to give it a shot, and then I can get some of my tools fixed up. Not that I need to, but it is good to have. And then I'll see how, I think all Skull Catalyst farms are basically just like stone generators, and then like the catalyst part is all. So we should be able to retrofit relatively easily. But we'll have to see about that. Lily number 1. Oh, we want to maybe... I did not just get a fucking notification from Solitaire. That's crazy, dog. What the hell? Let's see here. 2592 divided by 8. 324 exactly. So that's very cool. And then 4624 divided by 8, 578. So we're dealing in exact numbers here, which is very convenient and perfect. There we go. That's very rare to see, but it makes my life a little bit easier. It is 10:30 as well, funny enough. Wow, it's been 2.5 hours. That's crazy. But anyways, what do I need to do here? Just some simple stuff is we want 62 scaffolding, I believe, right? Yep, and then we went to pillar it by 62 scaffolding. We got our obsidian. We need a little bit of temporary blocks. Okay, I'll just get every chest wrong, I guess. There we go. Okay, so again, we want to go to 324, 578. So positive x. Okay, so 324, 578. 2, already 324, 578, there we go. And we'll just hold this down until we run out. And I'll redo the torch line to make sure that we're actually a little bit better off. It doesn't look too awkward. But now you can, it's very visible, so that's good. Alright, as long as it's visible, that works for me, that's all I need. And then all we want to do is go up there and build a portal frame at the top. And we need to make sure that our feet are at Y190. Very simple, shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, we're almost done here. We still have the redstone bits that we need to do in the overworld, I'm guessing? Question mark. Might be the Nether. I highly doubt it's the Nether, but we'll find out soon enough. Our feet are at 190. And all we need to do is build this portal. Let me do that, and then go ahead and take some graphene. We'll do that, and I need to get some more torches out of this one real quick. And we want a 4x4 platform on each side of the portal. Okay, so that hurt. I can't do nothing about that. Oh well. A little annoying, but sure, whatever. We're just gonna soul sand valley as well. I think we'll be able to spawn proof for gas easy enough at least. And all we want to do is make a basic 4x4 platform on each side, and then probably seal it up or something. Here we go. Am I out of cobblestone? No, I'm about to say there's no fucking way. Although I am starting to run a little bit low on it. And then all we want to do is fill in this whole thing with scaffolding. And then we want these 4 to go. And then this is where we put in our fence gates by the looks of it. I'm guessing this is just to kind of like turn it on or off, or just to keep them out a little bit nicer. Who knows? I don't right now. But anywho, we'll figure it out. So there we go. And then we want our fence gates like that. And then we want the top layer to be covered up with solid blocks. So let's maybe get all this stuff moved out of the way. There we go. So we want to cover up all of the fence gates and scaffolding with solids. There. It appears somebody's also pinging Discord, so I better go check that out real quick. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Oh, it was a ping in a different server that I never ever participated in anyways. Okay, that's cool. Anyways, so yeah. Let's just keep going with this. Oh, we do actually want our redstone stuff in the nether, not in the overworld. That's interesting. We want a 2x6 platform to make a hopper clock. We do something like that, and then we're like literally out of building blocks exactly for this, so we'll have to go back and get some more cobblestone. And then this is where we've got our redstone bits, obviously, so that needs to go on there. There we go. And our junk items we'll be using is bamboo. So we want our sticky pistons, a block of redstone. On the short end, we want, on the one that's closer to the portal, we want a sticky piston there. And then just a normal one there, and then our redstone block, and then we're just setting up a basic like etho hopper clock by looks of it. That is what it would appear to be. Yep. Cool. Do that. Do that. I'm guessing we went. Yep. We're gonna go ahead and get our hopper clock ready. Yep, and then we just want our comparators going. Comparator there, comparator there. And solid blocks. Nah, not cool, dude. Well, we always have this threateningly spare netherrack, but I would like to not do that. I don't think I'm give enough of a shit to care right now, so yeah, we'll look around a little bit. I don't want to dip into anything particular, but we might have something in here. No, these are all very... Oh, these are, Fuck, I did have all this extra obsidian. We'll take the blackstone then, I suppose. Whatever. I had so much extra obsidian, it's nuts, dude. I completely missed that one. Oops. Oh well. Use the blackstone. I'm gonna go maybe drop off some of this extra obsidian for right now. This back. There we go. And then our 30 junk items, which again will be bamboo in this case. goes in. And that's our whole hopper clock by the looks of it. Nothing too special. Might have a little bit more at the end, but... And then we want our redstone dust for these fence gates. So whenever this goes back into place, you can hear the fence gates had opened there. That's good. That's what we want to hear. And I guess we want to pop in here real quick. It looks good, so yeah, looks good to me. And we want to take everything with us because we're gonna hop back through. Which we should have everything. No regrets. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and hop back through real quick. Now, I guess the main reason we want this to be correct is because if this part is fucked up with the fence gate timings, the game crashes because so many of them are going to be loaded. So duly noted. You know, good to know. We should sync back up with the drop shoot portal. We do. And then we can just simply drop on down here. And then this is where we'll do pretty much the rest of our work for this. So we need these guys, dude. Seriously, they're still trying to shoot me. So we want to add iron bars to waterlog these. Cool. Alrighty, we want 4 blocks over the scaffolding, so where we want our iron and wooden trapdoors. Alrighty, so we're gonna head inside here real quick. Do that, and then we put in our wooden trapdoors like this. And then we want our iron trapdoors on the bottom too, like this. You want to do that. And then we want to replace the ones next to the iron trapdoors with redstone blocks. Dump a little bit of this away. This should have us done with our redstone as well. So this will flick them shut. There we go. Alright, and then this is where we want some of our other kind of relatively niche things. We want our ladders and our fences. So we add our ladders like this. And then our fences like this. I fucking completely forgot to put away this extra shovel for like no reason. And then we want our other 2 iron trap doors. So like here and here, because this is where I go to hit them apparently. Alrighty, and then we want that. Get some of our chest. glass trapdoor comes into play. That's how we get in and out of this as well. And we want to waterlog the ladders where the rest of our water comes into play. Oh wait, no, that is correct. That's also doubles for our water stream. I had a heart attack for a moment, but that should waterlog these streams, right? Yeah, that looks actually correct. Alrighty, end game part of this. And by end game, I think we're literally good. We can have an enchanting area up here, but I'm not gonna do that for right now. But we might do that later. Who knows? I don't need an enchantment table for God's sakes. I don't care too much, but. And now we're doing some portal lighting. So I'm gonna check my pings. That was in a different server, and again, did not matter. All right, nope. That is pretty much our last bit. Is this soul sand? We've literally done everything else, so we're gonna tuck some stuff away. We'll reorganize this stuff in a little bit. And from what I can understand here, we need to go light up the portals, which are synced up correctly with the kill one. And we want to break up this soul sand into like bits of 49. Because the way this is set up is, we build 7x7 squares of like soul sand in order to do this kind of stuff. And it's just easier for me to like try and keep track of this by like, actually separating it a lot. There we go. So if my PC tank's too bad, all we literally have to do is not use 49. Like, we just take out one of the squares of soul sand is all. So we don't have to do all 4 of them, but I'm gonna try to. And we'll see how. Oh, you can. Oh, Jesus Christ. This might be fucking insane. Dude, we have to. Oh, shit. We gotta get out of here. Oh, this is gonna be fucking horrible. Oh, Jesus, dude. Oh my god. I gotta pop a golden apple, not an enchanted one, luckily, but... Good lord. Holy Jesus. Damn. So, should have brought those slime blocks. Actually, I don't need to, but I need other blocks right now. So we're going to, we'll just use wood for the moment. I don't really give enough of a shit. We just need something is my point. Because I need to be able to block up what's going on. So, yeah, we basically just start in the corner of, like, the very corner of the ocean monument. So we do, like, a 14x7 strip, and then that portal is, like, a divider, and then we do the other 14x7 strip. So I guess let's just kind of get in here. Now, supposedly I might want invisibility potions for this, which scare me greatly. Oh my god. They still hurt too. Like this isn't exactly gonna be easy. Good lord. The most I can, oh, I might be able to can't you like steal a conduit? Shit. We gotta get out of here. Oh my god. Totem first and then immediately get out. Holy Jesus. Wow. Good god, man. I have not had to pop one. I did not think they were gonna be that fucking, holy shit. Wow, they hurt. Good lord. Yeah, that's why we carry extra totems. Spoiler alert. Good lord. God, that was, holy Jesus. Damn. We carry extra totems for a reason. I can't melee all of them either. That's the other fucked up thing. I don't know what to do. Should I what do I want to do here to God damn. Okay. God, that scared me a little bit because they fucking popped the totem and I saw it coming, so I was able to get a new one in pretty quickly. But this is why we carry golden apples nowadays. Oh my god. Ugh. Jesus. Oh, getting in the soul sand is going to be rather difficult, it looks like, if I'm being completely honest. So, between invisibility potions, which is fine, but I think, let me read up on the conduit, because if I'm not mistaken, don't conduits, like, kill stuff in underwater, or, like, at around a certain radius? I think they do. That's my second, like, actual real totem that I would have popped, or I think technically my third. The first two were to, like, elytra bullshit. That's actually my fourth one total, but, like, one of them I did on, like, a dare that I literally had no reason to do, but two of them were accidents, and that's the third accident. So, yeah. Um, it attacks hostile mobs underwater. Okay, so, yeah, it will, it will do damage. So we're gonna go ahead and go steal the one that we have by the how did we get here achievement place that I have, just for some easy use. But man, that was close. So we're gonna go get that conduit and go set it up, and hopefully it'll clear out enough. And then later on, after I get the soul sand in, I can dismantle it, because that was extremely sketchy. But yeah, this is why I like overemphasize like totems, because I want extra. Because imagine if I only had that one and I wasn't able to get out quite in time, and then I would have had no other totem, and I would have just fucking died, like straight up. So yeah. Moral of the story is they fucking hurt. I guess their beam goes through protection 4 armor or something, because they fucking sting big time, and I really don't like that. So we're gonna go reclaim the good old conduit that we have laying around. It's about time I did that anyways, at least for what it's worth, so at least it gets me out and actually doing it. But yeah, be fucking careful, apparently. Don't fucking mess around with those too bad. Because, god, that actually would have killed me. Damn. That would have been quite an embarrassing way to die too. But I did get out of there. Oh, what did you die? Oh, I didn't die from the warden. I died from a fucking guardian. Like 18 billion of them shooting at me simultaneously, but... Let me check and see how much damage it does. I'm trying to see how much damage they do, but it's a little weird to find on the wiki. Oh wait, no, here we go. They anything within 8 blocks of the conduit takes 4 hearts every 2 seconds if they're in contact with water or rain. So I have to make a complete frame of 42 blocks is all I need to make a full conduit. That's good. I'm pretty sure I have that already. Um So we're also going to head back to my base as well to pick up some spare slime blocks because I left all of them in the shulker boxes up above, which I could go get and I'd be fine because I could just fly there with no elytra, but I'll just bring in some extra. We'll make a little kind of like safety like area for me to like catch my breath maybe a little bit better because I didn't exactly have anything down there, and we'll make a little safe area for me to build that conduit in, so that way I don't have to worry about nothing in particular. Hopefully it's not nighttime, because that's certainly going to be a little inconvenient. I got a bed still, but it's tucked away in a shulker here. We'll just take that. Yeah, it's the first like genuine totem pop I've had in like a while that wasn't like the result of like a dare or like something stupid. So yeah, that actually would have been the end of me. Okay, we need to when I build the full scale one, we'll have to be extremely careful as well because it will get extremely bad extremely quickly if I'm not careful. So good learning experience, I suppose. Damn. And we also want to pick up this prismarine. We have enough in that in some of these spare shulker boxes, but it would just make my life a little bit easier to grab as much of this as I could here. Right, we got the conduit. We have 40 prismarine, 41, 42, 42 prismarine bricks, and our conduit. We'll leave the rest of this here, but I desperately need this conduit, so... Yeah, I'm lucky that didn't turn out any worse. That could have been absolutely devastating. I'm glad we did the how did we get here in 1.18, because I think it supposedly would have gotten like, significantly harder to the point of just being almost impossible if, you know, I'd waited any longer. So, glad we did it, but let's see here. We can suck these away for now. We'll keep the instant health and put away the flint and steel on one of these spare shovels. And we need to reorganize a little bit. We can put that away already. I didn't have a shovel in my hotbar, so when I put down that incorrect soul sand, I wasn't able to break it too quickly because I wanted to break that and then leave, and that ended up costing me a totem, so, you know, not cool. But, you know, just stay level-headed. Panicked a little bit, but not enough to, like, get me killed, because as soon as the totem popped, I put another one in my hotbar and then immediately tried to leave. And then I had golden apples too, and I had an extra 2 totems, so I had enough on me to, like, get away relatively quickly. Like, a Riptide Trident would have been fucking nice to have there, for example, or even, like, a Loyalty. At least I could hit the damn things, but so many of them fucking spawn, it might not even matter, you know? As soon as you kill one of them, 10 more fucking spawn, if I'm not careful, and, you know, can't have that. But yeah, it is extremely dangerous to be there, so... I don't want to craft... I fucking despise, like, invisibility potions. You will never, ever see me, like, actually use one, like, properly. Because I'm just straight up fucking terrified that, like... Because, they work best when you have no armor on and all that kind of stuff, which... I'm not doing that. I know as long as I don't bump into any, it shouldn't be an issue, but, like, I don't want to risk that kind of shit, because if I don't, like... catch it soon enough, I might just fucking die. And you can't have like anything in your hands or just, oh, nah. I will take a hard pass. We'll probably put one on just to make my life a little bit easier, but I won't like I won't over spec into it because I just do not want to risk anything. I believe all we do is we just make a spider eye or a fermented spider eye, and then we corrupt our night vision potions with it because it turns them into invisibility. Oh, we can always go make more night vision as well. That should turn it into invisibility, so at least we'll be able to take that with us, but damn, dude, that was way too close for what it's worth. Like, oh my god. Gotta imagine if that was the end, seriously. Oh, dude, I'm not gonna get over that for a little bit. I'm very happy I didn't die, but that was definitely very greedy, and that could have been the end. I should have, I didn't have to pop a gapple there, which I didn't, like an enchanted golden apple, but I need to remember that I do in fact have these things, that these things would be extraordinarily useful, but they're only useful if I use them, so, you know, I gotta remember to fucking use them sometimes. They can't help me if I'm already dead, so, you know, gotta remember that for the future. Oh, anywho, we'll go ahead and switch the good old elytra on, and we'll just do a quick little fly out real quick. We'll go grab those slime blocks first, and then we'll actually go ahead and like put in the conduit. I have that invisibility potion, so we should be a little bit better, but I still need to be very careful, and we will only be... Oh, and this might put in a ton up here, so... Alrighty, put that away. We got that. We're gonna make a little home of slime blocks. We have totems, all the normal shit. We should be good to go. That's where we want to be. I'm pretty sure they'll still spot me, but it should at least... I don't like how they did that. All like silence. I have to build it somewhere close, otherwise it doesn't even fucking help too, which is the issue. Dude. I don't want to build it too close. Are they gonna notice me? Or am I okay? This drowned very clearly sees me. These guys don't. I might be okay. Need to pay attention to the sound. We should get the conduit effect. There we go. Not only now can we see better. Yep, that's what I was worried about. Got a little bit too close. We're gonna dip around a little bit. We need to remember to stay concealed too. So, another important thing. That was all 42 of them. We're gonna go maybe steal some more just to make sure. But we'll go under here at least where it's relatively peaceful and quiet. It seems like it helps a little bit to avoid some detection, just not all of it, but it does help. Even with all my armor on, I just don't want to take my armor off at all because I really do not trust it, so I'm gonna stay on. Come on. Hey, and plus we have a full fucking conduit, right? Like, we should be fine. should be killing these idiots, come on. And also, it's not in the right configuration, I am aware of that. Can't do a lot about that. My game stuttering every now and then does not help me too much at all. God, it is so fucking annoying trying to fight these damn things too. Alrighty, we're relatively safe. We should be okay. Okay enough, at least. I don't fucking know specifically. Now this doesn't look correct either. What the hell? Oh, I know why. Okay, the noises are getting louder, and they're getting scarier because more will start to spawn again. Okay, there we go. That should be an actual proper conduit. I'm guessing it's proper because it's doing the other little particle effect. We have 1:40 left of invis, so let's maybe get a little safety spot made real quick. So we can put some stuff away and get some stuff resorted. And pop another one of these. There we go. Alrighty, soul sand, we have it. We do have it as soul sand. We've got a relatively safe area because of the slime that we have and a couple of other things, but for the most part, and the conduit, but we should be relatively safe. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so we did build that correctly. 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, we just want to maybe take our time here. Slow and steady wins the race, all that shit. You know how that goes. And we want to make sure to not box ourselves in, leave myself a little bit of an opening. We're going to be burning through gapples quite a bit, so fair warning. No, we don't want to do that. Do not want to do that. That's no good at all, man. What the hell? Okie doke. Alrighty, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got some more trying to shoot at me, and I'd like to get out of here right now. Hurting. Nope, we're getting out of here. Nope. I didn't do too much damage, but again, I don't want to risk nothing, so we've got some backup normal golden apples and a shulker box we'll have to use at some point. Make sure we're actually good. Alright, so that's the first half of the soul sand in place. Now all we want to do is leave a 1 block wide strip. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll fill this one in first. We're nearly done though. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it leaves our 1 wide strip. Cover invisibility, so we still got a little bit of a safety net. But I hate being here and I would like to leave. No, you suck penis balls, man. Not cool. I'm short a single fucking block of soul sand. That's not epic at all. What the fuck? Damn it. All the other ones are up there too, so. You suck balls. That's not very nice. I'm short by 1 fucking block. God damn, dude. And it's all up here too. We have 345 left of inventory, so we got a lightning strike. I don't think anything up here is flammable, but we will sleep here momentarily. There we go. Also, this is why I didn't want to have to relieve. Okay, there we go. Seems like we're all good now, but we gotta get out of here. But it seems like we're fine. That should be all the soul sand that we need. So you can tell by the way where the bubbles flow, we should be good. And we are good. So as far as I'm aware, the Guardian Farm is fully operational now. And come on, Master Chief, let's get the fuck out of here. This sucked. This is definitely gonna be worth it, but god damn, actually popping a totem is like extremely rare for me, like genuinely. Like an actual fight, that's the first time I've ever had to pop one for like a legitimate fight. So we don't ever want to do anything that dumb again. So naturally it will happen again, the next, Guardian Farm we do end up building, but not for a very long time, I hope. Because that was just, oh my god. That could have been horrible, The lamest way to go, overwhelmed by Guardian. Not the lamest way, but still not a very fun way, that's for damn sure. But anywho, we'll head up to our AFK platform, go sort some stuff away, and we'll go see how this puppy works, if this puppy works, that is, but we can get up from the ocean floor if needed, so it should be fine. Also, I believe our lily pads, yeah, we didn't clear these up, so we need to do this really quickly. Just clearing up some basic lily pads, and now we're out. Fully operational. Now, I need to watch just a smidge more of this YouTube video real quick, just to double, triple, quadruple check that nothing got fucked up. And we need to disable the conduit as well, by the way. Because the conduit will still kill off some of them for what it's worth, so we want to make sure we get rid of that. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and disable the conduit. We still have 1 minute of invis. So I want this thing back. And we'll take out some of these. Now we have spare prismarine, and then obviously we'll literally be able to make an infinite amount of prismarine, so it's not like it particularly matters that we're getting rid of it. If we don't take back all the prismarine is what I'm trying to say. Obviously we still need the damn conduit back, because that's one of a kind in this world. Only one I own. But for the most part, we got back most of the prismarine. I should actually have some extra too, tucked away in a couple of shulker boxes, but we'll take what we can just scrounge up here. But I won't be too picky, because it might kill me. But nope, 38. We're not getting any closer, not worth it. Plus there's the lily pad, so we're out of here. Yeah, it seems like it was successful though. So conduit's disabled, we got that little slime block thing in case I ever need it later. But for the most part, I'm guessing we're fine. I will go see how, I mean, you can see him just fucking pouring in. So let's give this a little bit of a test. So all it is just you come up to here. And then you hit him with sweeping edge and then boom. And that was only a tiny little thing. So we'll let him build up a little bit, but you can already kind of see what, you know, we're gonna be getting out of this. So oh, and also the sound of a lot of popping as well. And there's supposedly one other thing as well we can do in case we want to actually AFK this, which I will, again, to make this very clear, I will never AFK in this world, online or offline. I might absolutely have to one day for frog legs, but I don't particularly like AFKing, and because I always play this thing on, you know, on stream, I don't want to AFK, so I'm not gonna AFK. It's just that simple. But anywho, we'll go ahead and get some of this stuff fixed up. So we'll go ahead and switch in some of these broken into. Alright, all of our stuff's fixed, and we get some extra. Jesus Christ. What the fuck am I hearing? Oh, you solved the non-existent XP crisis. Now if I ever need XP, I just come here and whack him a little bit. Oh my god. Jesus, we're out of here. That's all I need, so. And then obviously if we deload, all of them despawn, which is perfect, so. No risk. Nope, don't need any more. But yeah, that was an entire Guardian farm built in about 2 hours between having to learn everything from scratch from one YouTube video and building the thing, getting all the materials, and then also fucking dying and then having to pop a totem. That was cursed. I have not done that in ages, but we did it though. Now we should have some spare golden apples that I'd like to steal. There we go. Back to a nice even 54. Pretty safe, nice respectable amount. Shouldn't have to worry about death anytime soon. Got plenty of regen from those, so yeah. We have a very, very cool source of XP now until the end of time. And that's very useful to have. So, just to reiterate, anybody who wants it, I'm gonna post it again just to make sure. But again, Guardian Farm by Ian Axifer. Took 3 hours to build. Actually, no, 2, because we did a bunch of ribbing work, so it might have only been like 1.5 to 2 hours. Build this farm. Works very well. Um, Relatively safe if you have things like a conduit, some slime blocks, and like totems. So this is one of the farms you probably want to build a little bit later after you get some basic things set up. But I'd have to say it was worth it, you know. Got all my shit fixed up instantly. I'm at level 35 when I was at like level 17 like 3 seconds ago. And you know, once you get it set up, it's safe. And it's fast. And I can build with prismarine and all the different types of prismarine blocks now. So that's very cool. But yeah, I think that's gonna have to do it for me today. It's been three and a half hours, so yeah, I'll see you later, Beam. But yeah, it's been 3.5 hours, and I'm tired, and it is day 1023. That's pretty neat. We're still on a good pace for like 10 days per stream, so that's good. Next time, I'll probably work either on my base or start filling in. Well, I'll start filling in the mountain a little bit, but I'll probably work on my base a little bit and just take it a little easier that time. But yeah, it's been good. So good night, Bean, and thank you everybody else for watching. And I hope to see you again next time. So yeah, bye bye for now.